Hello, good afternoon. My name is Abiodun, and I am a Nigerian, and I put forward Nigerian political issues on. I've been doing that for the past week, and I'm talking about what we need to do to win the election come 2023, what Nigerians need to do so that we could get back our country from the hands of the unscrupulous politicians that has putting us in the position that we're in now. Today, I want to talk differently about if truly Nigeria can be fixed. Can Nigeria truly be fixed? Can we after this election, realize a new and better Nigeria that we dream of? It is possible if we all do our part during this election. This is the time for us to, take a stand and not stay by the fence. This is the time for us to take our nation back from the politicians that has putting us to where we are right now. Usually I encourage all Nigerians that have their PVC to go out on election day and make sure they cast their votes. I'm encouraging you all to get the strength from within. Do not lay on your bed on that day. Try as much as you can to encourage yourself and encourage others to go to the polling booth to cast your votes. Those are the votes that would count. How are we going to win the elections? If we get 25% from most of the states, Peter Obi, the person in question that I am campaigning for, will win the election. I'm not campaigning for Peter Obi because he's in Labour Party. I'm campaigning for him because he is the aspirant, or because he's the aspirant that has Nigeria at heart. I'm not campaigning for Peter Obi because he came from PDP to Labour Party, or because of his political history. I'm campaigning for him because of the principles that he upholds, because of the character that he holds, because he is that man that I feel and a lot of Nigerians feel that could, take back our economy and help us and grow our nation, Nigeria. Now, how are we going to win the election? Like I said earlier, we need well above 25% of votes from almost all the states in Nigeria, or from the north, because that's where they said that in fact the rhetoric is changing now, because the northerners are in support of Peter Obi now. So the north, the west, the east should be in support of Peter Obi. We need to vote that man in. So I don't even want to talk about what will happen if we don't vote Peter Obi in, because those other candidates that are vying for the position of the president of Nigeria, regarding their past, does not have Nigeria in heart. If we look at what those people are capable of doing, we know that they do not have Nigeria in heart. If we look at how they did their primaries in all that party that they came from, the millions of dollars and the money that they have spent, of course, when they get to that position as the president of the country of Nigeria, we will suffer it as Nigerians. Mathematics is easy. 1 + 2 is equals to 3. Those people have spent millions of dollars, millions of money to get the ticket for their party. When they come in there, they have the people that are loyal to them that spent their money for them to raise this money. They would always want to give back to these people before they think of the common man of the country. And we as common man of Nigeria now, the power is in our hands to cast our votes and put in the person that we need in person of Peter Obi. How are we going to get this done? It is in your hands. It is in my hands. It is in your hands in the sense that you could campaign as well for him. You could canvass for him before the election date. You could talk to those people that are undecisive. You could talk to the old people in your home. You could take them to the polling booth. You could talk to that old relative that you have in hometown. Because as a Nigerian now, people that are living outskirts of their hometown cannot travel and say they want to go back to see their relatives back home. You could tell them, put a phone call through to them and let them know that voting Peter Obi will allow people to come back home and visit. We allow families to bond together. That is why the Labour Party has the sign of the father, the mother, and the children. It is a conclusive, all-inclusive party that has a family that has the whole family in mind. The mission of Peter Obi is to build Nigeria, to build a Nigeria that we want, and we're encouraging all Nigerians to put their quarter into this. Put all you can into making sure that a new Nigeria is birthed. All supporters of Peter Obi, I'm encouraging you to campaign and spread the word. Spread the word, because there's my people will say our mumu, he don't do. Suffer don't tire us. We are tired of suffering. We are tired of politicians squandering our resources. We're tired of hundreds of them in the House of Assembly just squandering our resources for nothing. Not building hospitals for us, not building our roads, not reviving the aircraft system, the airplanes and aircraft system, not reviving our tourism, not reviving the economic of the country. We're tired. The common man on the street of Nigeria is tired of the way there is scarcity of fuel every time. Thank God there is a single Nigerian is building the fuel resources, the refinery. Thank God. We've suffered for years, and thank God the Nigerian is seeing our suffering and the refinery is ready to, to operate. We thank God for that, but still, our government that are using the heads of all Nigerians to get loans from outside the country needs to contribute their quota to how the economy is going to be run. At least all our blood as a Nigerian citizen is being used, because we contribute to the economy of that country to secure loans from outside the country. Our children's future are being mortgaged for all this loan. So we need to stand up at this time that our civic duty calls to vote right and vote wisely, and by voting Peter Obi into the presidency. And for once, let our civil rights speak, our civic duty, let it speak, let our vote count. Let it count. If Peter Obi gets there in the next 4 years, he can't do a single thing that we request of him, be it lights, be it security right now, then we as the electorate will vote in another person in the next 4 years. But for now, just for us to come out of the dungeon that we're in, because I would say that Nigeria, it's in a very bad shape now, and we need someone that would help us to at least bring in sanity, bring in hope to Nigeria. So encouraging every one of us that has our PVC to go out on election day to go vote and make your vote count. Make it count. You can make your own vote count if you have a PVC. If you don't have a PVC and you want to vote Peter Obi, if you registered, make sure you get your PVC before the election date. And even if you have a PVC or you don't have, I'm imploring, if one of you talk to another person, and bring a chain of bringing in voters into this new election. Talk to the whole people. Call them. Put a call through to those people that you've not called in a long time. Because the Nigeria that we want under Peter Obi dispensation will protect you and will protect will protect every one of us. When it comes to security, we are working towards that, and it is possible. The cabals are behind the insecurity in Nigeria. They are there because they don't want a great Nigeria. Because with a great Nigeria, all where they get their wealth, ill-gotten wealth from, will be blocked. So we need to work together as a people, as a loving people of Nigeria, to make sure Nigeria is great again, to make sure that we take Nigeria from these old people that are bringing bad image into Nigeria. All of the resources in Nigeria needs to be revitalized. There is nothing left. They have mortgaged our future for the loans that they are taking. They are mortgaging our children's future for the loans that are being taken. And we need to make them accountable for what they've done for this country. We can make them if we can't make them accountable, we need to change the narrative. We need to change the narrative by voting in Peter Obi into the governance, and to so that they could bring in individuals that could revamp our economy, that could restructure our economy, that could revamp the security in our economy, the finance department, the sector in Nigeria. So, like I said, I only come here to implore Nigerians to do the right thing by voting Peter Obi for president. Vote Peter Obi for a new Nigeria. For a new Nigeria, a Nigeria that myself and yourself can be proud of. Arise, O Compatriots. Nigeria calls Obey. Nigeria calls you in the next couple of weeks. February 25th to be precise. The schedule of elections will come out, and Nigeria is calling you Nigerians to exercise your civic duty. Exercise your civic duty as Nigerians towards this coming election, and propagate peaceful election. Go to your polling booths, vote wisely, encourage others to vote, encourage your old ones to vote, encourage the new generation to vote, the 18 years old, the 21 years of those ones that can vote. Encourage them to go to the polling booth and vote wisely, and let us change the narrative. Let us change all these sufferings that is being, about the country. The image of the country is so bad at this time. We are not looking into that. We are looking positively for a greater Nigeria. In a greater Nigeria, it will be if we do our part. Sorry about that. And vote wisely. Give me water. And vote wisely in this coming election. I encourage you all to, continue with the chain. Continue with the chain by talking to one person and talking to the other and talking to the other and talking to the other. What you know positively that Peter Obi can do for the nation. I'm sorry. What Peter Obi can do for the nation as the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. The narrative will be changed. Narrative will be changed. We need individuals that could talk to the international bodies about what is going on, that could get loans, that could get whatever resources in Nigeria, that they could bring it out. Whatever we have tourism-wise, that we could put in place that make Nigeria to bring out money, so that our story will change as Nigerians. Our image will be changed outside the shores of Nigeria. That's what we need. So I'm imploring every one of us to please vote wisely, start campaigning, tell everybody that you know that has PVCs, even those ones that does not have PVC, to please be calm for the next couple of weeks to make sure that election holds. We don't need to elongate our sufferings. Election must hold. Please be calm. Election must hold. We don't need to elongate our sufferings. I know there's scarcity of cash and there's scarcity of fuel, but we need to be calm. Election must hold. We don't want to elongate our sufferings. This election must hold. Tell everyone that you know to please vote Peter Obi. Encourage everyone to vote Peter Obi, because he is the one that has the mandate of the youth, the mandate of the whole, the mandate of the younger ones, the mandate of our children, the generation unborn. He has it, and he is going to, to lead Nigeria to greater heights. Thank you so much for listening. And I'll also post this on my YouTube channel. And I'll also post it on social media platform. Encourage others to vote and use your PVC wisely. Thank you and God bless. I'll come back tomorrow. I remain your lovely daughter, Abiodun Aja Adeshemoye. God bless you. God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.